So I started at Stockport Academy secondary at 2008 to 2013. I then went on to be in the sixth form when Stockport Academy had a sixth form from 2013 to 2015, studying A-level history and BTEC sports. I enjoyed history massively, partly due to my teacher, mostly because of the content of it, and I went on to study that further at the University of Gloucestershire.
So I was a student at Stockport Academy from 2010 to 2015. I studied French, history, drama and business studies. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do after school, but I went over to Marple Sixth Form College, which is where I studied something called psychology, which is the study of human behaviour and the mind. I studied maths and I also studied drama and theatre studies. I still wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life, but I knew that I loved psychology and maths. So I went over to the University of Sheffield for 3 years, where I studied psychology for that time, as well as philosophy and parts of maths. I then trained to be a teacher in maths and decided to come home and work in the school that I grew up in.
After Gloucestershire, after 3 years there, I then went on to do my PGCE at the University of Worcester, where I started my teacher training. Once again, I think that's one thing I've done a lot, which has been travel around. When you got the opportunity, travel around, did see different parts of the country. So I went to Gloucestershire, went to Worcestershire. After that, I then did my first year of teaching in Baldock, which is in Hertfordshire. So carrying on that idea of seeing new places, immerse yourself in different environments. And then after that, I've then found myself being a cover supervisor at Stockport Academy.
Teaching was always something that I had in the back of my mind. I never actually saw myself becoming a teacher until it was at the end of university. I went and I worked at a place in Sheffield called Grimm & Co. And what it was a creative writing workshop. And I started to realise that I really enjoyed shaping young people's minds and giving them knowledge and working with them. So decided that the best place for me to continue that would be back here at home.
When I left school, I didn't really have a particular plan. I always knew I wanted to be a teacher from a young age, sort of year 6. But how I got there, I never really had it planned out. I always knew sort of history after A-level was the one I wanted to go to. I did like sport, but for me, history just succeeded it in my mind. And then from that, says after I did a couple of different jobs, so I worked in Morrison's at Cheadle Heath, just down the road. I also worked for Timber and Canvas, which is in Eccles. And after doing a variety of different sort of labour, sort of community jobs, if you like, I always knew teaching was the one for me. So I once again says do try different things, jobs-wise. Never say that like Morrison's, oh, I don't want to work there. Says the skills that job can teach you can benefit you in a job that you want to actually get to.
I think it's really important to enjoy what you do for a living. I think without that, and if you don't have interest in that drive, there's nothing pushing you, there's nothing to motivate you. I think your time at school is your time to find out what you enjoy, to try things and then run with it.
For any job, to do something that you love is, it makes the work not feel like work. So it's like, I'm a teacher, I absolutely love coming into school every day, teaching yourselves and getting to know people, and that's that's part and parcel of the job. And finding something that you actually have a passion for really benefits you because it focuses your mind, it focuses on what you want to do in a career, and then you strive for that opportunity and strive to get to where you want to be.
I'm still in touch with my friends from school. I've spoken to a few of them very recently actually, and it's, I encourage that no matter how far away you all move from each other when you finish, do stay in touch.
I am still in touch with a few people that I still got to school with. Some of them do work here currently, but I do still keep in contact with friends that I've had at school from outside, particularly ones that also followed me to sixth form, because once your sort of massive group of friends does disperse, staying in contact with each other does sort of tougher, but the people your mates, you stick to. But you always make new mates.
If you're not sure what you want to do after school, my advice, if you were in the same position as me, my advice would be just to do what you enjoy. For example, my job right now, it doesn't involve history or drama or anything like that, but I know I enjoyed it, and that gave me motivation, that gave me drive, and it gave me a love for learning. I'd suggest you use this time, find what you like, and go and try it.
If you're unsure what you want to do after you finish school, don't panic, just relax. There's still time, you're still young, so there's plenty of time for you to immerse yourself, get a variety of different sort of feelings, jobs, apprenticeships. Search around, see if something interests you. You'll probably have a subject at school that already does interest you, and all subjects lead to a variety of different careers, and it's always worth just seeing what's out there that the subjects you like can involve yourself in. And then once you've sort of maybe narrowed it down to a few, just find out what each career does, like what suits you, like what do you want to do.
If you do know what you want to do, but you're not really sure kind of what direction to go in or what you need to do, I'd first recommend you go talk to the teacher of that subject. For example, if you want to go into science, go talk to your science teacher. I also recommend go home, go onto YouTube, go onto the internet and find things out for yourself. Ask questions, watch some interesting videos, and do your research, do your own work, because you'll develop such a deep understanding of the subject that you're interested in.
We used to do like searching for careers, like what the things we wanted to do, like just do a general sort of study around that career, and once again, if it's still something you want to do, just follow it up in A-level, like pick your subjects to choose what you want to do, scaffold your own education to pick up where you want to get to. So for me, history, I did A-level history, did history at university, and then PGC in history. So I always had that in mind. So if you've got something, that real drive to do something, research it, find out what you need to get there, and then do it. Get it done.